everyone, TPSMiner here. Welcome to the TPSMiner channel. Thanks for taking the time to click on this video. Today I just wanted to introduce myself, a little bit about the mining operation we've got going on here, and show you what we plan on doing with it. As you can see, we've gotten a little out of control here in my home office, and so we have plans to move everything into the garage, and with a little bit of motivation from some of you in the community, I've decided to document and share the experience with you all. So thank you again for joining, and let's get started. All right, first thing we're going to look at is our test bench. So it's not an ideal test bench, but it does the trick. So we have an ASRock AB350 Pro 4 motherboard. I'm running a AMD Ryzen 5 1600 CPU. We've got it powered by an EVGA 600 watt white power supply. The hard drive is just a Western Digital 500 gig drive that I pulled out of my old gaming computer. And the CPU or the GPU we're running right now in the test bench is a 1660 Super Zotac that we picked up on Facebook Marketplace a few days ago. So once we're happy with its performance, we'll take it off the bench and put it into one of the rigs. The next two rigs we have are, on the left is a 1060 6GB card rig, and on the right is the AMD rig. So we've got two RX 580 8GB cards and a 6600. Both of these rigs are built on the 6 GPU Haloya frames I picked up from Amazon. The power supply on this 1060 rig is an EVGA 700 watt bronze, and the one on the right is an 850 watt Thermaltake gold power supply. Both of these rigs are running on a Gigabyte B460M DS3H V2 motherboard and an Intel 10th Gen Core i3 10100F CPU. I do want to do a video on this motherboard CPU combo and these frames, because I've found that this is a very inexpensive way to get into mining, and I'd like to share my experience with the rest of the viewers. And last but not least, I've got a 6-card rig here. This is an NVIDIA rig. So the card's moving from left to right. It's a MSI 2060 Super, two Asus 1660 Supers, an EVGA 2070 Super, a 1066 gig, and then last but not least, a 3070 Ti Founders Edition that I picked up at the Best Buy drop back in October 1st. These are all powered with a 1200 watt HP power supply. Right now, because I'm running on standard 120 volts, I'm only able to get 900 watts out of this power supply. The motherboard we're using here is a Gigabyte 450M DS3H V2, running an AMD Ryzen 5 2600 CPU. And the frame is one I picked up on Amazon. I don't recommend it. It was very difficult to assemble and rather clumsy, so I will not be recommending this frame. You'll notice all of my risers are GPUrisers.com risers. I strongly recommend anyone getting into mining use these risers. They are very high quality, easy to use, and the LED lights make sure you always know if they're working. So unfortunately, cable management wasn't a big priority for this rig when I built it. As I move all of the rigs out into my garage, I will spend some time doing some cable management and most likely replacing this frame. So after seeing all of those segments, you can see we've got quite a mess inside the house. So we've made the decision to move all of the mining operation and my home office out into our garage. So again, still quite a bit of a mess out here, but once I move all of these racks with all of this kitchen stuff on it out of the way, I'll have this entire back wall dedicated to not only my home office, but the mining operation. You can see I've got a lot of cabinet space and space up here to store boxes, garbage, whatever the case may be. And on the floor here, I've got a 240 volt 30 amp PDU that I picked up from nerdgears.com. Thank you, Nerdgears, for this. And this Friday, I have an electrician coming out and we'll be running a 240 volt 30 amp circuit out into the garage. So again, with a lot of help and motivation from the community, I've made the decision to start sharing this adventure with you guys. So if you like the content, please hit the like button, subscribe if you want to follow us along with this journey. Thank you all for watching and have a great rest of your day. And before we go, I do want to say thank you, a special heartfelt thank you to a few people for helping me through this. The first, obviously, my family, my wife. She has been very patient, very understanding, and very supportive as we've started through this crypto mining experience. The next person I want to thank, PocketChangeXD. You're the first person that encouraged me to make one of these videos, so thank you for that. I appreciate it. RedFoxCrypto, the session last night, the live stream really pushed me over the edge. So again, thank you for giving me the courage to do this, and Mr. Miles for reaching out and offering your support to help me with these videos. Really appreciate it. It's an amazing community, and I can't thank you all enough for what you've done to help me get to this point. So thank you.